Welcome on board, Rohan Suryavanshi, Director Strategy and Planning at the company, joining in the phone line. Rohan, hi, morning. Tell us about the third quarter. Has execution improved as opposed to what you saw in Q2? And is the company on track to meet the execution guidance of 9,500 crore rupees?
Good morning, Asha. First of all, thank you for having me on your show. Absolutely right. The execution has improved significantly in quarter three, but that was expected because quarter two is a monsoon quarter. So it's always a very weak quarter for all construction companies. But, when I talk about YOY, the quarter three this year versus quarter three last year, we've delivered a growth of almost 30% in top line. And similar has been the growth in our EBITDA and our PAT. And for the second question that you asked, the company is very much on track to meet its guidance of about 9,500 crores, which would be about 20-25% growth from last year's revenue of 7,700 crores.
So give us a sense, Rohan, hi there, morning, as to what exactly the order inflow has been in Q3 and what the expectation is now going into the next quarter.
So the order inflow in quarter three has been about 1,800 crores. Now, if you look at the total order inflow for this year, it's been about 6,000 crores or so for the company. So we're expecting about 3,000 crores or so of new orders in this quarter four, and that should be sufficient for us. As of December 2018, our total order book stood at about 23,000 crores, so which gives us about a very good visibility for the next 2.5 years. So we are very comfortable right now.
Rohan, your working capital in about 83 days has improved now from the earlier 103 days. Are you looking at further improvement?
Absolutely. If you look at this trend, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, our working capital was almost as high as about 180, 190 days, which has come down to less than half of it. Now, this has happened when the company's revenue has continued growing at 50% CAGR. So we are still very much looking on track to reduce this furthermore. And quarter four, you will see this improvement further. And in the next year, you will see another cut in the working capital cycle. And that has been a trajectory for the company in the last few years.
All right. You've also managed to reduce the debt of the company from the peak of 1.24 times to nearly 1.16. Going forward, tell us, what is the target to offset your debt in the coming months?
Absolutely. So at the end of quarter four, we are expecting debt equity to now fall to below 1. And in the next financial year, we are expecting it to be somewhere between 0.7 to 0.8. Now, this will happen while the company will still grow about 15-20% in top line. So the company is growing in its top line. Even then, the debt equity is reducing furthermore. And we will see, even a cut on the absolute debt numbers in the next financial year.
What's the status then, Rohan, on your 12 HAM projects? You've received appointment dates, we understand, for how many projects, and how many more are you expecting?
So we've received appointed dates for about 4 of the 12 projects. 2 more we're expecting in this quarter, and the rest we're expecting in the first quarter of next financial year. So there has been a delay. There has been a meaningful delay in all these appointed dates. But right now, the situation, the land acquisition for most of these projects is at a very high stage. So we don't expect any further delay from the dates that we've said. And what has happened is, because of this delay in appointed dates, our mobilization advance from these projects did not come. So we were expected to receive about 2,100 crores of mobilization advance this year from the national government, but because of delay in appointed dates, we've only received 230 crores of mobilization advance till now, which means only 10% of what was rightfully, what the company should have rightfully received. Even in that tough environment, our debt equity has come down. Had this whole money, the 1,900 crores extra would have come in, our debt profile, our debt picture would have looked absolutely different from where it is right now.
Thanks much for taking time out and joining in, Rohan.